We are live on the first ever show of the Common Fan. This is the chance to get subscribers involved with us, fans of your favorite team, guys. We're so glad to have y'all here. Thank y'all for joining. Joining me as always, Kyle Dewitt, Cameron Williams, and we have a great show ahead with tons of action, and I cannot wait to get started.
Welcome to the Common Fan, your go-to podcast for SEC smack talk, top 25 game day predictions, and fan-first football takes in college or the NFL. Here is your host, Bryce Tillman. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk ball.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of the Common Fan. I'm your host, Bryce Tillman. Joining me, as always, is Kyle Dewitt and Cameron Williams. Thank y'all so much for making us a listen today on our first ever show of a live stream of the Common Fan podcast. Without y'all, there is no us. Shout out. Thank y'all so much. Kyle, Cameron, I'll let y'all give a second to just show gratitude to the guys tuning in with us. And we have a lot of ball to talk today, fellas.
I'll start. I want to say thank y'all, everybody tuning in. Ask us some questions. What's up, Southern Blood? I see you on here already. We're here. Hayden, y'all send us some questions y'all want to talk about during the show. Y'all want to argue any points we have, hey, bring it on. We love it. We're here to talk ball, all ball, any ball you want to talk. So let's do it.
Yeah, appreciate everybody here. Roll Tide. That's all I got to say.
All right, so what we're going to do on today's show, guys, is we're going to do a little recap over the weekend. We're going to touch on the Red River Shootout, the Deep South's oldest rivalry, and then we're just going to interact with the fans, man. So y'all flood the comments right now. Just real quick, comment your favorite team. You know, give us all the War Eagles, Hail State, Roll Tide, Go Dogs, whoever it may be. Just get in there and let's get active, and we'll broadcast y'all's comments on today's show. But I think the most fitting point to start on today's show is number 9 Texas going to Florida and getting spanked by the Florida Gators. And the score might not show it with the 29-21. The 29-21 score, but I'm going to tell you something. Florida dominated this game in every aspect.
Yeah, I'm with you. I told y'all this is the most Billy Napier thing you'll ever see in your life. He'll go and get blew out by someone who didn't have a dog in the fight, and then he'll come out and blow a good team like Texas out of the water. So you never know with Billy. He's going to keep it close.
Yeah, I mean, DJ Lagway going 21 for 28, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. And, I mean, Arch Manning looked like straight-up doo-doo, right? I mean, 3 interceptions. That Florida defense, Cameron, we touched on this on Friday's show. Hey, is this it? Is this the time to say that Florida's, defense is good, but is Texas a little overrated? And I think that as we touched on that show, it was a little mixture of both, right? It was a mixture of, hey, people have been selling this Texas brand a little too much and kind of underselling what Florida was. You know, I know Florida's record still doesn't represent the talent on that team, and it's mainly due to Billy Napier. But this Florida team sitting at 2-3 right now, 1-1 in the SEC. I mean, they've got a chance to bounce back and turn things around. There's no question about that.
Billy can save his job right here. He could run the table all the way out and throw a kink and everything. I mean, it's just Florida's way of doing it these days. I don't know. DJ, I want to talk about that. DJ looked good, though. I could tell he had a little bum ankle, but he still threw for 298 yards, went 21 for 28, and then the rush game on a supposedly elite defense of Texas, they rushed for 159 yards, 457 total yards against Texas. It's impressive.
Kyle, when you look
21
at
of 28 is crazy.
when you look at Texas and you look at where they were starting out the preseason, right? And you're looking at Texas and Penn State, who are both out of the top 25 now. I mean, is this not just a clear representation of how screwed up AP poll is? Like how way out far they are with their rankings?
Yeah, without a doubt. There's so much hype that goes into it, right? Like Texas was big. I mean, a lot of people were big on them because they have a big transfer portal class. They had a big recruiting class. I mean, Arch Manning by himself was hyped up to Heisman favorite already going into season, week 1. But it's all hype. Hype is all it is. It don't matter till you get put pen to paper and we start playing ball. DJ Lagway, 21-28. Don't care who you are. If you play a Division I football team and you throw 21 of 28, you're dealing. You go ahead and go to the bow, right? Go be a dealer for the blackjack table because you're dealing.
I don't know about that. Hayden. I don't know about that. Backup quarterback.
Even with Oklahoma, they still haven't decided if John Material's out or not. I know he won't be 100% for the Red River Shootout. We're going to dive into that show in a few minutes. Don't sleep on Hawkins. I'm telling you, do not sleep on this guy either. He come in and saved the day for Oklahoma last year in a couple games. He's really, really good.
It's just a big game, man. That's a big game
He's very fast.
For a backup to come in a Red River Rivalry. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on a guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
look,
without a doubt.
When we're talking about, expectations, right? When Florida State comes in week 1 and they upset Alabama, and we're thinking Florida State's got it going on. Hey, they're bounced back. And they jump up quick in the rankings, right?
Come on now,
Two
Bryce.
consecutive weeks back to back. Florida State loses to Virginia in a double overtime, and they drop to Miami, who I will tell y'all right now, arguably Miami's the best team in the country to me right now. Now, people can say what they want to about Ohio State. Miami's the best team in the country right now, in my personal opinion. Now, Florida State hung in there, but that score kind of got that close in the fourth quarter. It wasn't like that for the majority of the game. Miami was pretty much manhandling them. My question to y'all is this a testament of, hey, Florida State caught Alabama's just slacking, or was Florida State really that good and they've hit a lull now because their heads have got too big? Which one is it here? Because I'm kind of torn because I don't really know which direction to go with this.
Kyle, it's your team. Go ahead.
So I'm going to tell you what it is. Obviously, first week, right? First game, everybody's new, right? Ty Simpson's brand new. There's a lot of players, offense and defense. Florida State, same way. They had a lot of players new coming in, first-time starters. But Florida State coaches prepared better. Alabama coaches prepared well, pretty good as well, right? But Bama did not come in and play Bama ball. So when you play Bama, it's your Super Bowl, it's your national championship. You got to go beat them. Florida State had a better game plan. They were bought into the system more. They had players that were like, we're going to go beat Bama first week. And that's what they did. Kudos to them. Can't take nothing away from them. But the Bama team we saw week 1 is nowhere near the Bama team we've seen these last 4 weeks, without a doubt. I mean, you put them back against each other, Florida State versus Bama, it's a new game.
Yeah, I feel like the location played a big factor in that too. I mean, they had the crowd behind them at Florida State, so I played a big deal. But
yeah, agreed.
Ty Simpson,
they had the weather. They had the weather because all they did was run.
Mm-hmm. They were dealing. I mean, Ty Simpson's dealing right now, and I got to say, he changed my outlook. Georgia coming in. Vandy, which I still think is a great team. I mean, without Diego Pavia turning over the ball twice, that would have been a much closer game.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Speaking of that game, we'll tie into it now. Alabama beating Vanderbilt at home 30-14. Ty Simpson was 23 for 31, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he did have 1 interception. Jam Miller rushing for 22 carries, 136 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Williams, 6 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown. And I'll be honest with you, we was talking about it right before we started record. Alabama dominated that football game second half. And I'm going to tell you my personal take, and y'all can agree and give your take on it and tell me what y'all think. But when Vanderbilt got up 14-17 with only like a minute 50 seconds left right before half, and Alabama turned around and went down there. Alabama turned around and went down there and scored so fast right after that. That takes the gas out of a team like Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is not a team equipped to go toe-to-toe with a big name brand team like Alabama and do that. They're going to drive the ball, eat clock. That's what that coach, that's offensive coordinator, his name just went blank. But he was the head coach at New Mexico State with Pavia. He come to Vanderbilt as the offensive coordinator. That's what they're known for.
Tim Beck.
That's what they're known for is short yardage plays, first, second down, convert short third downs, and burn the clock. So when you have a team like Alabama that's coming in right before halftime right there, Vanderbilt scores, bam, Alabama turns around and hits them right back in the mouth, puts 7 points up. To me, that was the change of that game. That's where it went downhill, straight from there.
I think red zone efficiency played.
Y'all check this out. Caden Proctor, RB1. Let's go.
Hey, you put
Give
him
him
in.
the rock, dude. Give him the rock.
Me and Weston was texting on that game. He Snapchatted me, and we was talking back and forth. But the total yardage and the time possession and red zone efficiency played the factor in this game. Diego Pavia went down in the red zone twice. He fumbled it one time and threw a pick on the goal line. That's 2 scores right there going in within the 20-yard line. So Alabama held the ball for 37 minutes in this game. Vandy had it for 22 minutes. So that's a big swing
last year.
Yeah. So Jan Miller having him back, I think, is clutch. That dude.
There's a comment right here I want to put up, and I want to give my take on it. I want to get y'all's take on it. It says, let's talk about how that Bama defense performed. Keon Sabb making plays. I'm going to agree to disagree with this because while I do think Alabama's secondary is very good, they better step it up on run defense. I'm telling you, they better step it up. They got a lot of teams coming up that's got a lot of really good running backs. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, Caleb Durham from LSU, dog. Alabama don't play Texas A&M, so they ain't got to play Le'Veon Moss. But
they got Missouri.
Missouri
Hardy, dog. You've got Jaden Ott from Oklahoma, dog. I mean, he's been kind of battling some injuries, but he's really good. And when you're looking at these other teams, like Auburn's got 2 good running backs right now, and both of them putting up pretty decent numbers. So I'm just saying, I like Alabama's defense. I think their secondary is really good, but they better step it up on run defense because that can get ugly in the SEC. We all know how this conference is.
You can't take anything away from that pass game, though. Bernard is one of the best receivers in the SEC right now. I think everybody talked Ryan Williams up, but Bernard's been the one that's been clutch.
That's a good point right there. PJ Brown puts on there, they need to utilize spy on QB keepers. Running QB will hurt us every time with a shuffle pass option. I won't disagree there, PJ, especially on a 3rd and short. If you're 3rd and under 5, you need to be spying the QB anytime. I don't care if he's a running QB or not. You need to have a spy on a quarterback, I think, in the SEC.
Dude, that shovel pass was lethal against Bama.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You had one defensive end. One defensive end would go out and contain the quarterback, but when you got a running back inside of you, he's taking it up the middle.
You almost need to take Bray Hubbard, get him down in the box, let him play that nickel, that star, be a little bit more of like a strong safety than being back playing free safety, right? Keep him in the box. He's athletic. He's a beast. He's going to hit somebody. Let him be a QB spy. He's just as fast as anybody else. But, the run defense is not great at all. It is going to hurt us eventually. But when you have a pass defense like we do right now, there's not a lot of big plays given up. You do have 1 or 2 here and there, but, the DBs are locking people down, Keon Sabb is a fantastic safety that knows how to hide himself in the midst of crossings. You know exactly what he did in his interception with Pavia, right? You can't take anything away from him, but I do agree there needs to be some sort of maybe Deontay Lawson. I don't know. There's got to be somebody that's behind the quarterback that is getting it done and not letting Rush get outside.
Yep.
Yeah, PJ Brown put on there again. That's what killed us against Pavia last year. Shuffle pass to the running back after drawing the linebackers. Look, PJ, that's not just Alabama, brother. That's going to get any defense that chooses not to spy. So I think Alabama can work it out. I think they can do it, but they need to step up and beef up on that run defense. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not saying that Alabama can't, because anytime I ever say they can't do something, they find a way to do it. But it's a little late in the season to be trying to figure out how to stop a run. I'm just being honest. So Band-Aid it the best you can and let your secondary hold you like they've been doing, and I think they'll be fine. Cameron, real quick before we get into Week 7 matchups, I know you want to touch on Mississippi State absolutely crapping the bed against Texas A&M. That was god-awful. I thought State was back, and you lied to all of us.
I don't know if I want to touch on that. I think you just made me touch on that. But no, first true road test. Went to A&M. They had like the 5th biggest recorded audience in the stadium there. But it was a bloodbath. First half was great, but you can tell depth played a factor. Mississippi State's playing good. They got a great defense, but they're not there yet. I heard Levy say that we're playing – you're right, Coach.
That's true, Coach.
I heard Levy say that we had five starting offensive line, and we need to be playing 7 of them. So,
yeah, Colt Merritt put on there for our viewers that are going to listen to it on Apple or Spotify tomorrow. He said it's hard to win at the 12th man. You are absolutely right, man. That stadium is rocking, and it is loud. And I think Cameron made note before we started recording that it was the 5th largest attendance ever at Texas A&M, right?
Yep. Yeah. It was a big showing for them. They were loud. They let me down too, Justin. But hey, I ain't taking nothing from them. Hey, they were over and under 3.5 beginning of the year. They hit 4 in September. The Tennessee loss hurt us because right now Texas A&M would be the only loss they have. They crapped the bed at Tennessee too. But hey, they're rebuilding. I'm not going to take too much from them. The only thing I'll say on that is that I feel strongly that Levy made some bad decisions by keeping the starters in, especially the 2nd overall running back in the SEC right now, keeping him in, and 4 minutes to go in the game, down 3 touchdowns, and they let him get his ankle sprain. He's out for like 4 weeks right now. They're saying possibly more. But man, that dude, he was leading that team. They had a good rushing attack. Now that's going to be hampered, but it is what it is. They'll build. Colton's just mad. He's mad because Brian Kelly's got all that money down there, and they still choking.
Oh, hey, he was actually giving y'all props. Look, he said State won me my parlay on the teaser, 22.5 points, won by 0.5 point. Hell State.
There you go, Colton. Okay, I'll take it back.
Then he responded back. He said, "We ain't choking. We're gonna be straight."
All right, just don't ask Brian Kelly too many questions.
We'll see, Colton. Look, hey, speaking, we'll touch on that one right now for this weekend. South Carolina going to LSU. LSU opens up right now at a -9.5 favor with an over and under sitting at 44.5. And I'll tell you 2 things that I'm doing right now for this weekend. I'm taking the over, and I'm taking LSU -9.5. I'm telling you, this is Van Buren's time to shine, and he is going to show the country exactly what LSU struggles have been when Nussmeier being hurt with that oblique injury. By the way, how tough is that kid to have to play through you can't even take a crap in piece with an oblique injury, much less throw a football 60 yards downfield.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. You knew something was off with him. He didn't want to come out and do it. I think it's because mainly his draft stock. But Michael Van Buren was a big part of our offense at State last year. Losing him hurt. That's a great player. But Hey, I get it. It is what it is. Michael Van Buren, he's a dog, and I think he's going to show out this weekend at LSU. I'm taking the 9.5 all day.
I agree, Justin Cooley. He
Hey,
says he's
y'all
tough.
know I'm not big. Should have never took the field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I am. I'm not big on South Carolina. Not big on them. Ain't been big on them all year. LSU is gonna come back and put them boys down. It's just gonna happen. It is what it is. Michael Van Buren's gonna ball. I like it. I like the 9.5. Give it to him. Lenore sold.
This is an interesting take right here. Brian Kelly ain't made for the South, could not win a natty with Notre Dame not going to in the SEC. And look, I'll say this right now. I'm not an LSU fan. And I know Notre Dame gets some good recruits. But it's hard to really compete with LSU in recruiting. I'm just being honest with you. Like, LSU recruits itself. It didn't matter if they had me out there coaching for them. It recruits itself. I'm not sold fully on Brian Kelly yet in the SEC. I'll agree on that, but I'm not saying he can't do it. And you can't compare what he did at Notre Dame to LSU because that's two different caliber teams.
Well, do you feel like it's mainly because he didn't go into the transfer portal 2 years ago and he just started last year? You feel like that could be a key
This
side
is a good point right here from Colton. Brian Kelly won the SEC West year one. LOL, give it time. That's not a lie. That's facts. He did do that.
He spent $18 million in the transfer portal last year getting his roster built. So I think give him time. I do think he's got a good team. I do think their biggest downfall was quarterback being hurt.
So I like LSU over South Carolina. I think y'all are in agreement.
Yeah, give it to him.
All right, let's go one more real quick before we get into our two games that we're going to break down today. Let's go Alabama going to Missouri. Bo Perbula, straight up dog. Ahmad Hardy, straight up dog. How we feeling about this game?
He's all right.
How we feeling about this game, Kyle?
I think you put Caden Proctor in at defensive nose guard, stop that run game.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's not a game that you can just kind of used to. You can say, okay, Bama's playing Missouri. Hey, I'm not watching it. We're good, right? Now this is another another one of those games you kind of got to watch all the way through, just like Vanderbilt, right? Missouri's good. They got a good run game. Quarterback's balling right now. I saw a stat on strength of schedule was like 103rd. So I don't know if that plays into it. I do think it's going to be a tough game. I think Ty Simpson keeps rolling. I think Jan Miller just finds that other gear, keeps getting into it. Hopefully the defense kind of steps up. I don't think it's going to be any way, shape, or form a blowout. I'm confident Bama's going to win. But again, they are undefeated for a reason. They are playing good ball. Missouri's not someone to just shake off like it's going to be. Yeah, exactly. The defense is tough. They are tough. So it's another test for Ty Simpson, Germ, Isaiah Horton, and Ryan Williams, and Jan Miller, right? Can we get it done at Missouri against a good defense? If they can, which I think they will, right? They're playing really good ball right now. If offense is clicking, I think it's a Bama's got it for sure. But I don't know. Missouri's good, dude. Missouri's good.
Well, I'll push back on that a little bit. Like, I am intrigued that the spread is only -2.5 towards Bama. And I will tell you right now, I'm taking that. I am taking that. I'm taking Alabama -2.5. Look, Missouri, I'm not taking anything away from what Ahmad Hardy's done. I'm not taking anything away from Bo Beulah. I'm not taking anything away from their defense. But this is what I'm telling y'all. Go back and look at the 5 games they played.
Kansas, biggest game.
They've not played a schedule like Alabama, like Auburn, like Georgia, like LSU. They haven't played a schedule like State has. They haven't played one like Texas has. Look, I'm not saying – look, I don't think Missouri's fluked. I think they're a good football team, but I think we might need to pump the brakes a little bit on them because This is going to be their first true test of the season, I feel like. Now, the Kansas win was big.
On a
the
team
Kansas
that's
win
rolling.
was big.
Yeah. And we're talking about on a team that's really rolling right now. Like, really has a full head of steam. So it is going to be tough for them. I think Missouri has to show up to Bama. Bama doesn't have to show up to Missouri, in my opinion.
That comment right there.
Weston McLeod comment says you can't sleep on anyone in the
Correct.
SEC. They're no more just easy like they used to be. Last week proved that. You are exactly right, Weston. This
100%.
conference
100%.
is the Super League of college football. There's no way around it, and it's almost to the point where it's too strong that it actually hurts teams in the conference. And going to a 9-game conference next year is not going to make things any better, except when it comes to decision time, because you could argue next season with a 9-game conference that a 9-3 SEC team should deserve to be in over a couple other ACC teams or Big 10 or Big 12 teams. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I told you that last week. I'm not a fan of this 9-game conference slate because you're going to absolutely beat on each other and injuries, and it's not good for the whole SEC as a whole group. But I think, like you said, touching on Bama, I think that they have good. I'm taking 2.5 too, but their main key is going to be stop that run.
Ask Kyle why Bama can't stop the run from Branson Fort Berry.
Hey, we stopped them against Georgia 2 weeks ago or last week.
No, didn't they rush for like 220 on y'all?
Don't matter. They didn't win. That's stopping the run.
That's true. Yeah. Look, there's a few things.
There's a -1 beside Georgia.
Well, there's a -1 besides Alabama too.
Yeah, we know that. I'm saying there's a -1 against Georgia for a reason.
230 yards rushing. My apologies, Branson. But look, hey, Branson made a good point the other day to me.
What we passed for?
He said if Kirby loses to Alabama every year for the rest of his life, as long as I know that we're going to be in the we'll beat everyone else and go to the playoffs, he said, I'll take it. It doesn't even bother me anymore.
Yeah, where's the sheet at? I'll sign
100%. 100%. I'm the same way. If we lose to Georgia, but we beat everybody else, we're good.
Yeah. So let's see here. All right. Real quick, Florida going to Texas A&M. Are we going to see the same outcome from Florida last week going to the 12th man, who we've already established in the chat that it's a tough environment, a tough place to play? Give me y'all's thoughts on that. Texas A&M opens up at -7.5 with a total of the over and under at 46.5.
I'm going to just say this. Texas A&M defense is real. Like, they have depth. That is some of the most aggressive flying around defensive team I've seen in the SEC so far. I wasn't big on Marcel Reed, but he's got 2 of the best receivers in the league that's making up for his inaccurate throws. So I agree. Dallas Wilson is good, but I'm telling you, that A&M defense, tough.
It's almost that you can see. It's almost that you can see that DJ Lagway has been needing Dallas Wilson out there. Like, he just felt like it was that puzzle, that missing puzzle piece he needed for that game Saturday.
Gave him some confidence.
Yeah.
Which is scary, by the way. Which is scary that he was so reliant on having him.
Yeah, but
he gets him back. He just busted out. He doesn't have him, and he's not playing good at all. That's scary to me if I'm an offensive coordinator.
Look, what's bothered me about Florida was that they was handing the ball to Ball constantly, and they were shoving it down their throat. Then all of a sudden they got away from it and just started going to the pass. Like, that's some Hugh Freeze stuff, man.
That's some Jeff Levy.
If you're running the daggone football, continue running it. I can't stand when a coach run it until they stop it. You right? Or hit them with a play action, but just don't just start going screen pass or wheel routes or fade routes when you're sitting there getting 6 yards a carry. It blows my mind when teams do that.
Jeff Levy lost Tennessee game, had the best running attack on the field, and then they go 3 and out in the fourth quarter.
Hayden West said it would be a Bill Napier move to win out. That is completely true. Me and Cameron have talked about that. I was talking to a buddy of mine on X the other day about it. he said that is the most frustrating thing about being a Florida fan is that they win the games they're not supposed to win and lose the games they're supposed to win. I said, brother, I'm an Auburn fan. I'm right there with you. But the difference between Florida and Auburn is most of the time we lose the games we're supposed to win and lose the games we're supposed to win.
Yeah, same. But the games that matters right now, Florida's what, 1-1? Dang, I don't think there's going to be many teams going into the at the end of the season, at the conference season, that don't have a loss on their schedule. So,
Colt Mary, what the spread was. The spread is Texas A&M -7.5 over Florida. I'm going to assume a lot of that has to do with playing at Texas A&M, but
I'd buy it down to 7.
I'm not really ready to give a prediction on this game yet because I honestly do not know what's going to happen in this matchup. Yeah. I got a hunch that Texas A&M wins this game, but if Florida plays like they did Saturday, they could just about beat anybody in the country if they want to.
I don't know, man. A&M, they got to run and attack. Two of the top receivers.
Do what?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Who, me? Kyle? Or Cam?
Me, you talking about me?
So if Florida didn't play like they played, if Florida plays a game like they played last Saturday again, y'all don't think they could beat most teams in the SEC if they played that same ball game again?
Oh, hold on. Most teams in the SEC is different than any one in the country.
All right, well, let me ask you this then. The top 5 SEC teams in this conference, you can't name 5 other teams outside this country that are better than them. The top 10 APP shows that.
You wouldn't say, you wouldn't say Ohio State and Miami are better than one of the top 5 in the
better
SEC?
Than who? They're not better than the top 3 in the SEC.
You
so
said,
that eliminates them right there.
You said top 5 is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You said top 5.
I'll tell you right now. Miami couldn't beat.
Okay, that's all.
Miami could not beat Alabama. Miami could not beat Georgia.
No.
Miami could not beat Oklahoma.
You don't think Miami could beat Georgia or Oklahoma?
No, Miami can't beat Texas
Oklahoma.
A&M. And I argue that it'd be a really close game between them and Ole Miss, if we're being honest. This is the problem.
That's a hot take there, bub.
This is the problem with it's not a hot take. The stats can back it up. We'll pull it up right now. Compare a team to Miami right now. Give me one that I just named.
Oregon.
Miami to Oregon has nothing to do with
SEC. No, I'm saying you saying as a whole. You said top 10
Who we comparing Oregon to? Miami?
I would say that'd be a good matchup, yeah.
All right. Let's look it up.
Right now, I think Miami is 100% in the top 3 and the top 25 AP poll, whatever, of all the teams.
Yeah.
The way they played Florida State, I mean.
All right, so the Hurricanes led former Oregon coach Chris Ball, blah, 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 number 2. So stats-wise, Oregon is number 9 in the country overall. Scoring offense is number 6. Rushing offense is number 11. Passing offense is number 40. All right, let's look at Miami's. During their first 5 games, Miami averaged 428 yards per game, and their defense allowed 276 yards per game. There's SEC teams that's got better stats than that right now, bro.
But look who they played. They've played Notre Dame. They've played USF. They've played Florida State. Who else they played?
Florida.
And they won all of them. I'm just saying they're comparing.
So Alabama. I'm not even an Alabama fan, but Alabama played Florida State, which they lost to them. But they also have played Vanderbilt, who's got better stats than
Georgia.
Vandy's stats are better than Miami's right now offensively.
Vandy's stats.
Vandy
are crazy, but you can't buy into stats so much. Is all I'm saying.
That's right. You can't go to box scores.
You can't buy into stats so much.
I'm just saying that I don't feel like it's a crazy take to say that the top 5 SEC teams right now could go toe-to-toe with Miami and possibly beat them.
There's an argument that they could win.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
The hot take is Florida could beat any team in the country is what I'm saying.
Let's
That's
talk
a good
about
point, too. Hey, Cristobal would lose in that game. That's a good point right here. Miami is good, but they can't play 4 quarters. The worst coach in the country in the 4th quarter is Cristobal. We've watched it. We almost watched it last week against Florida State. We watched him lose the game to Georgia Tech before.
Yeah, they came back.
We've seen this.
Yep.
So
I agree.
I mean, I like Miami. Like I told you, I think Miami is, like I said, right now, the best team in the country, but I will not hesitate on saying that the top 5 SEC teams can beat Miami. That just shows how deep our conference is. Like this is the real deal.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Who's the top 5 in the SEC?
I got my list.
That's the real question.
Go, Cameron. Give your list.
Bama, Ole Miss,
Roll Tide.
A&M.
Is this the order?
Yeah. Vandy and Tennessee. But
No
here's
Georgia?
a caveat. There's a caveat.
You put Tennessee in there, and Georgia literally beat Tennessee.
I know, but Tennessee's got a pass game like Alabama does. I agree. That's the caveat. I wish I could see Gunnar Stockton throw the ball. I know it's crazy. Vandy's a lot better than what they're giving.
I'll give my list. Kyle, you can give yours.
Well, Oklahoma. My only caveat was a healthy John Mateer would be top 3.
All right. So this is my list right now. And we're going to assume that John Mateer's coming back.
Yeah, but I'm talking about right now, today, what is your list? Right now.
Because of their defense, I still feel confident putting Oklahoma number 1 in the conference. I can't push back on that. Until they play somebody and that defense gets exposed, I'm not going to push away from it. So I got Oklahoma number 1. I would say that Alabama's number 2. I would say that Ole Miss is number 3. I would say LSU's number 4 and Georgia's 5. That would be my top 5.
All right. I'm not going to do an order.
Please say
I'm not going to do an order.
No, yes,
I'm not doing an order.
You are going to do an order. You don't.
You're going to do an order. I've done mine in order. You're going to do yours in order.
Fine. We'll do order. You want to hear it? Give me Bama. Give me Georgia. Don't care who you are. Georgia can beat anybody they want to in the SEC.
Well, Kirby's the best coach out there right now.
If they play Bama back, everybody's going to be betting on Georgia to win, and I would not be surprised. Bama, Georgia. I'm going to take Ole Miss because they are on a hot streak right now. I got to go Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt's freaking balling. I don't care who you are. They just kind of got their shell shocked a little bit Saturday. And
there were 2 plays in the red zone.
I want to say LSU 5.
That's insane.
But they have not impressed me. The LSU
that is insane that you would put Vanderbilt over Oklahoma is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that take at all.
Dude, Vanderbilt's playing ball right now. I don't care. They skull drug South Carolina. They are beating everybody.
Team yet.
Oh, you can say that all you want to, but Pavia lost in that game. He did.
Pavia got too aggressive.
14 points.
Pavia got too aggressive to a
20-yard line.
Good pass defense. Pavia got too aggressive to a good pass defense.
Yes, I agree.
I'll put OU 4 or 5 with Vanderbilt. But Vanderbilt has played big-name teams, right? South Carolina, everybody says South Carolina was a dark horse. Both of y'all was big on South Carolina. What'd they do? Skull drug them.
Oklahoma beat Michigan, and they turned around and beat Auburn. Like, they played really good games.
I'm not taking away from them. I think OU and Vanderbilt can flip-flop 4 or 5.
Let me ask you this then. We'll ask this, and that'll decide it right here. If Oklahoma and Vanderbilt lined up on a neutral site right now and played each other, who wins that football game?
Saturday?
Oklahoma.
This Saturday. Vanderbilt.
Sure. You're crazy.
Oklahoma don't have a quarterback.
You're crazy.
Oklahoma don't have a
quarterback. He won games last year.
Oklahoma don't have Mateer. Oklahoma don't have Mateer. If Mateer's in,
play Kent State. Come on now.
It's a close game. Hey,
you want to know what's that?
If Mateer's in, I got,
How many games did Vanderbilt win last year?
6.
I mean, what?
They won 6 in regular season and went 7-6, right?
Yeah, bowl game.
Hawkins was the backup quarterback for Oklahoma, and they won 6 games last year.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
just
let me
saying.
tell y'all this.
Here's my thing, though.
Branson's
Here's my
gonna get
thing.
mad at me
Who
for
had the
this.
highest completion percentage? Who had the highest completion percentage in all of the SEC going into Saturday? Diego
We agree,
Pavia.
Branson. We agree, Branson. We love this. Y'all get in. Comment. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Branson's not gonna like this. But look,
Diego Pavia had the highest completion
Look at
percentage
everybody.
going
Look at everybody
into
talking. Look at
going
everybody
into
talking
Saturday.
sense right now. Blake Napper says Oklahoma would beat Vanderbilt. Justin Cooley says
Absolutely.
Oklahoma
No.
would beat Vanderbilt.
Not
I
this
agree.
Saturday, they wouldn't. I hate to tell you.
Well,
Not this
well,
You're
Saturday.
crazy. You're crazy.
With John Mateer, yes. Agree.
Without John
Mateer's a
Mateer?
dog.
Kyle, you
Nah.
could go play quarterback for
Y'all crazy.
Oklahoma this Saturday and beat Vanderbilt, dog.
Y'all
just hand
crazy.
the ball
Y'all
off.
crazy.
Hand the ball off. You can hand the ball off, you can win. But no,
Yeah.
look,
Y'all
Look.
crazy.
y'all hyping up Georgia, and I think they got a great defense. And Kirby's one of the best coaches ever. But there is not a
Hawkins is a dog.
single stat. Oklahoma's in the top 10 on offense. In he's not. They don't have a run yet. A player in the run offense is in the
Talk
top
to him,
10.
Cam.
They don't
Talk
have
to him, Cam.
a single receiver in the top 10.
Talk
And
to him.
and Gunnar Stockton is not even in the top 10 in passing yards. So their offense is not there. The great
But
They're
defense.
still dogs, though.
That don't have anything to
They're
do with
dogs.
Oklahoma right now.
They're
No,
still
I'm just like,
dogs.
y'all are picking on my list. I don't have Georgia in my top 5. They could be 6.
I mean, I wouldn't put Vanderbilt over Georgia. That's crazy. Like I like Vandy. I like what Vandy's doing. I think they're sitting at 6 or 7 in the conference right now. I don't
I
think
think
that's
that would be a
crazy.
good game. I think that would be a good game.
Yeah, it would be
If
really
they're-
good
if-
about
if
2 minutes in the second quarter and Georgia's up 28-10. Teams like Vanderbilt, guys, and I'll even put Auburn in this conversation. They're not made to go toe-to-toe with big teams like that for 4 quarters. Their roster
right.
is not there.
The depth will play a factor. You're right about that. But
You're
All right,
right.
speaking of Auburn and speaking of Georgia, let's do a preview on this Deep
Oh,
South's
gosh.
oldest
No one
rivalry.
freaking cares about Auburn.
You act like I would say everybody don't care about Alabama, but I mean, you can buy Alabama shirt at Dollar General. So there's that. All right. Georgia coming to Auburn on a night game in Jordan-Hare. Georgia's sitting at 4-1. Auburn's sitting at 3-2. The spread of this game as of right now is Georgia minus 3.5 with the over and under at 46.5. Guys, comment below. Give us your takes on this game. What do y'all expect? Look, Kyle just got on.
he's got dial-up internet or something. I don't know.
That's the best thing that could have happened in this live.
Yeah,
meeting
slide
right
over there. Get
Let's
him
go,
right
baby.
here. It's Roll Tide Band. No, I'm just kidding.
So, give us a take on Georgia versus Auburn, and what do you think is going to happen? Because I've made some interest. There he is. He's back. Hold on. Let me get back.
Put him in the top in the middle.
I've had some interesting conversations with a different couple people. You know, I think that people are a little, and me included, because I'm a big skeptic over Auburn. Like, I'm their biggest critic. I think people are weighing in a little too much these top 10 losses they've had back-to-back weeks. And I understand that it's just a loss, but it's the way that they've lost these games. It's what's bothering me so bad. All right. Kyle keeps me. We're just going to do this. So, this is my take on this game. I think that until Hugh Freeze shows me that he can win a game like this, I can't pick him. All right? I just can't do it. As bad as I want to, I hope Auburn goes. I'm going to the game. I'm going to be there. It's Cam Newton's retirement of his number that night. You know, it's going to be packed. It's sold out for 17 games in a row. Like Hugh Freeze and his staff really does not deserve the love that Auburn gives him. Like, this is ridiculous. He's got to step it up, dog. Like, you got to show somebody something, dude. And I just don't think that Auburn's there yet. I don't think they will get there, especially not trying to test the waters and break the ice against a Kirby Smart defense and a Kirby Smart-led team in general. I like the under in this game because I think Auburn's defense is that good, and I don't think that Georgia's offense is that good. I think that Auburn loses this ball game somewhere around the 24-20 range, Cameron, as bad as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I'm with Hayden. I think it'll be a kind of a defensive showing, a lot of run game, but I don't see them lasting myself. Kind of like a State and A&M, just they're not there yet. So I'm with you. I think it's going to be a little more of a 3-point. I see the spread's 3.5 for Georgia. I think it's probably going to be a 7 to 10 point game. Still low scoring, but I see it being a 24-17, 24-14 game for Georgia. I think it's going to be low scoring for sure. But it's going to be a defensive showing, no doubt. That's two good defenses.
Auburn's O-line gets bullied from blatant happening. I think Jackson Arnold holds on to the dadgum football too long. I think that's a problem. Like, you've got NFL offensive lines that are not blocking for their quarterback longer than 4 seconds. And if you look at the average time when Jackson Arnold gets sacked, it's between 4 to 6 seconds. So that's unacceptable, dude. Like, if you can't read your first read or your second read, you're having trouble progressing to your third one, brother, throw it away at this point. I don't even want you tucking it and running it if you're going to lose 5 yards or if your offensive line is going to get a holding penalty. There was a stat last week, Cameron, that come out that said that if Auburn had spiked the ball on first and second down and played nothing but third downs the whole game,
they would have yardage.
They would have positive yardage and better field position than 99% of that game. That's insane.
Yeah. I think their stat was their average third down was 11 yards or more.
I don't understand what to do, man. He's got to take some shots. Look, Blake put on here.
Put Branson's comment up there. I like Branson's comment.
And Jackson Arnold throws his first interception. Blake, I almost hope you're right, because that lets me know that Jackson Arnold is actually trusting his receivers downfield and taking a shot. Right now, he holds on to it until he gets sacked and loses 7 or 8 yards. So I wouldn't even be mad if he threw an interception this Saturday. At least I know that the kid's sitting back and saying, all right, Cam, this is on you. All right, Eric Singleton, this is on you. All right, Perry Thompson, you 5-star that drops up wide open passes. This is on you. So I wouldn't even be mad if he threw an interception.
No, I'm with you. He's got to get it out. He's got to throw the ball. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's a little bit better just to throw it downfield. If it gets picked off, at least you got a better defensive standpoint than being that close to their red zone. So
Colton Merritt says Auburn receivers over Georgia's DBs all day. Colton, this is not even Georgia's DBs. Like, Auburn's receivers could have matched up against A&M's for 4 quarters and Oklahoma's. Arnold's not getting them the ball. Southern Blood, which is, I think my buddy Lane, he commented on here and said, got to get the ball out and run the damn ball. And I agree. You know how many times Auburn run the football last week, Cameron? 8 times. What are we doing? What are we doing here, guy? You know what I mean? Like, Jeremiah Cobb is the 4th best leading rusher in the SEC, and he only got the ball 3 times last Saturday.
Yeah, that's bad play. Do they not have an RPO system they're running a lot, or are they just shotgun?
That's all Hugh Freeze's offense is, the RPO.
So I don't understand why we're not handing the ball.
They just forget the R. They forget the R. They just do the PO. So,
yeah,
now, I will say this. This would be the most Hugh Freeze and Auburn thing ever to upset Georgia. It would be. It would be the biggest Auburn thing you could ever do. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but you got to show me, dog. Y'all got to show me before I pick y'all again, because I'm tired. I'm tired of going to bat on this screen for y'all, and y'all are doing me dirty week in, week out.
Yeah, but also Oklahoma's defense was. I mean, their offense was good, but Auburn's defense to hold them that well was impressive. And then Auburn to hold Texas A&M like they did too. Auburn's got a good defense. So,
Cameron, you got that graphic from the day you sent out in our group chat. Pull up Jeremiah Cobb's rushing stats for us from the year.
Jeremiah Cobb right now has 403 yards. He is sitting 6th, but Ahmad Hardy's got 730. Second place is Fluff Bothwell with 465. Third place is Keywan Lacey with 445. Taylon Green, the quarterback, It has 441. Seth McGowan, 431. And then Jeremiah Cobb at 403. So they're all within like 50 yards there.
So I see this comment a lot on socials. It says, sorry, Jeremiah Cobb doesn't seem like that good of a running back in all honesty. 58 carries for 403 yards, 4 touchdowns. It's pretty good stats.
What's his average yards?
I don't have it right here. I have to go look it up. But this is where people get this conception about Jeremiah Cobb. His pass blocking is atrocious. Like he will let a linebacker come through there and knock the slobber out of Jackson Arnold's mouth. He does not pick up pass blocking very well. But when it comes to running the football, Jeremiah Cobb's pretty daggum good. I mean, Colt Merritt put right here, Cobb is a unit. He is, brother. He will bust out a run and will hurt your feelings.
So he's got 58 carries, 403 yards with an average yard of 6.9, which is probably one of the best in the SECs, honestly. And 4 touchdowns, had a 46-yard long run. I know Fluff is like around 5.5 probably. So, and he's, to me, one of the best ones in the SEC too. See what Ahmad Hardy's is.
Branson says, if Auburn beats UGA, I'm not coming back to work. To that response, I'll say we wouldn't notice it either way. Love you, buddy.
That's wrong.
I agree, Colton. 7 yards of carry is insane as the SEC. I agree with that 100%.
So Ahmad Hardy is right now at 7.1 this season. So that's the top one right now.
Colt Merritt says, need to use Eric in different ways to get the ball to him in space. Yeah. You know, we've watched it for the past 4 weeks of the season on Eric Singleton on the jet sweep, and we didn't see it one time in Texas A&M. But, you know, Cameron, despite all of that, Auburn managed to hold Texas A&M to 16 points, and they didn't convert a third down that whole game. They went 0 for 13 on third down and held Texas A&M to 16 points.
And contained John Mateer at Oklahoma. I mean, that's tough to do.
Yeah, Blake Napper says, can't ask for more of a man at 7 yards per carry in the SEC. I agree, man. I think that's really good stat. But I do see where people say that Cobb's not as good. And when they say that he's not a good back, they're comparing him to Bari Alston, who's Auburn's other running back, and he missed some time from injury. And he's really good, but his strength is pass blocking. So you can get him in on passing situations, and he can chip really good and make a route out there for a screen or a little in route. But I don't know. I feel like that this Auburn defense, man, is not getting the credit in the SEC that it deserves. And I told you that I've watched a lot of Auburn football in my life, and this is probably the best one up to date that I've ever seen. It's just the offense is not putting the product on the field. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, they've had some tough games, though. I mean, they've got – people don't realize A&M's – they're a real deal. Oklahoma's a real deal. I mean, this SEC slate all the way across the board right now is tough.
Miracle at Jordan Hare, put pressure on Gunner and get this damn W. Hey, maybe so, man. Maybe so.
Me and you talked about it last week. We said we wasn't going to put any money on football the rest of the year because everything we've done has been 180. I mean, look at UCLA beating Penn State, right? 0-4, Nico beating number 7 Penn State. I don't know, man. I think it's just a crazy football season. I think anything's on the table. I don't know who's going to be in Atlanta at the end of the season here at the SEC Championship. So,
all right, last comment before we move on to the Red River shootout. It says Cam Coleman juggle catch for 80 yards for the dub, and I hope it's right on top of Dalen Everett's head because I'm tired of Branson trying to just blow him off to me because he is not that dude like he says he is. So Cam Coleman is a unit, and I think Jackson Arnold needs to take advantage of that. And if he don't, we'll watch Cam Coleman in a different logo next year. He will leave Auburn, as bad as I hate to say it. Hey, Branson said it's an open checkbook for him. I'll take whatever y'all want with UGA and Auburn. He doesn't pay his bets. He's lying. No, I'm joking. So,
I'm not putting any money on it.
If you think that Auburn's got a chance on that game, bet Branson. I will be blocking Branson's number when I'm in Jordan Hare Saturday night. I do not feel like having that negative energy. I'll probably leave my phone in the truck, matter of fact. All right. Oklahoma versus Texas. You have Mateer, who's not probably going to be back. He's not 100%, but you got Hawkins, who's a dog, coming in and playing a mid to low tier Arch Manning. This is that his performance up to date has just been just unsatisfying to say the least. So when I'm looking at this game, I'm looking at, is Mateer going to play or is Hawkins going to play? Is Arch is he going to play? Is Sark at that point where he's ready to try hit the backup QB if Arch keeps not making these plays?
No, he's every press conference he's got with Arch is like, I think he played tough. I think he did exactly what he needed to do. We just couldn't pull it off in the end. So no, he's not out on Arch by no means.
Who are you taking this game? Y'all let us know. Comment. Cameron,
I'm gonna take Oklahoma just because I've been on that John Mateer train. Even though he might not play, I've been on the Oklahoma train since preseason. You know that. So I'm gonna take Oklahoma with the backup quarterback. I think Arch is so he's questionable in this game. Did you see that? Arch is questionable for his shoulder. So possible lingering injury there.
He said, "What's the question?" The question is who is Oklahoma? Who wins the game between Oklahoma and Texas this weekend? Between John Mateer possibly not playing, Hawkins coming in, and Arch struggling like he's been up to date
with a possible injury. Yeah, I'm taking Oklahoma. It's in Texas, but I don't think that Texas.
Yeah, it's always in Texas. It's at the state fair.
That's right. I thought it was at Austin. My bad. No, I just think that I think Oklahoma's too deep right now. I think they got a good thing going.
Yeah, I'm taking Oklahoma too, man. I just think with Blaylock, he's a good runner. And, even if Mateer does play, which I kind of hope that they don't play him, because honestly, up to the point, it's not going to kill Oklahoma if they don't win this game. Like, their playoff chances are still very, very high. I like Oklahoma to win this game because I think Oklahoma's defense is going to rattle Arch. Man, we watched Florida's defense do it to them this past Saturday, excuse me. I think that Oklahoma's defense is better than Florida's. And I think that if they're not making major adjustments on the offensive line for Texas, which I don't think you can just make those kind of adjustments in a week, I think Oklahoma's defense really hurts them. Weston McLeod says Oklahoma's defense is physical on front and secondary. Now, their secondary is not really as impressive as their front seven, but that's not a shot at them. Because Oklahoma's front seven is just really that good. The under is at 42.5. And that would be something. That would be something to have the under on the thing.
Hawkins still has pretty good stats, even though it was Kent State, right? 27 attempts, 15 completions, 144.2 QB rating, 3 touchdowns. So I think he can get the job done. I don't think they should play Mateer either. I don't think they should take that chance right now with this. I think Texas can be beat pretty easily with Hawkins. So that's my take on that one. You like that right now? You got dial up too?
I don't know what happened. Kind of glitched out right there.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. It says, let's read this right here. It says Texas hasn't had anything going for them this season. They haven't found no type of tempo or anything for that matter. Nothing. So I don't see them going very far into the playoff run, if at all. Yeah, I agree. At this point of season, man, I don't even think Texas is making the playoffs.
No, I don't see them in the top 12 after this week.
Hayden West says that they don't need John Mateer to win this game. I agree completely on that. I think Hawkins could single-handedly handle that Texas defense. I don't think they're really a showstopper, and I think that Oklahoma's secondary, because of how good the front seven is, would be able to shut Ryan Wingo down fairly easy with a struggling Arch Manning. Colton says, I will say Arch has a deep ball. The caveat to that is that he throws that rig up and Ryan Wingo goes and makes that play. Like, I'm not taking that away from Arch but that's if you go back and watch his deep throw. Wingo just, he had some good plays in the Florida game, but that you can tell the difference when Wingo's on the field with Arch and when he's not. Like, that's his guy.
You can tell a good receiver too. Wingo, if you watch that video back, he slowed way up, and then it's like the last second he had a burst of speed, then run up under the ball, get away from the cornerback. I mean, he just made a good play there too. So
yeah, no doubt. And like I said, hey, I don't think Arch Manning he's not the worst quarterback in the SEC.
Not at all.
That belongs to a 45-year-old man by the name of Zach Calzada that plays in Kentucky. He's pretty bad. So, look, I don't know. Texas needs to win this game. Texas needs to come out here and win this game. I just don't know if they can do it.
I don't know, man. I think Florida made me look at Texas a lot different.
He said Arch, Branson Fort Bear said Arch is a glorified Stockton, buddy. Let me tell you something. Gunnar Stockton is 3 times better than Arch Manning right now. I can tell you that. Gunnar Stockton ain't going to turn that ball over, Cameron. He is
no, he's
not
going to run. Dude, Stockton would be like the perfect fullback, power eye guy. I don't know. That dude runs like he's got a will to live on the other side of that line. So
I heard Garrett Nussmeier with an oblique injury is better than Arch Manning right now. That's not far-fetched to say.
No, but Arch, he makes just good plays, but then he overshoots a guy or underthrows a guy or can't get out of the pocket. Just inconsistent.
Who's the best quarterback in the conference right now?
Ty Simpson. Who's second? I had to think about this one. Who's second?
My second?
Yeah. My second is Trinidad Chambers.
My second is John Mateer. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Well, you can't say that to me because he's injured. It's just.
Good point. Hey, Colton Merritt, Joey Aguilar. That guy. No. He's probably. I would definitely say he's top 5. I don't know if I say he's second best.
Yeah,
I think Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in the SEC right now, and I want to throw up in my mouth saying that. By the way, I like.
You got to give it to him. That dude turned it around.
I was a big John Mateer hater at the beginning of the season, and
he's been out. Big time.
He's been out.
That's still my guy, but right now he's injured, so right now I'm looking at him like he's not available. He's out.
Ty is a good screen pass thrower, buddy. Did you not see the bombs he threw Saturday? No, he's a little bit more than just throwing screen passes. Branson says Aguilar.
Aguilar is good, but
Napper says Simpson or Joey Aguilar. So a lot of people's got. I like Aguilar. I don't know if he's better than John Mateer.
I don't think he's better than Ty Simpson. I don't think he's better than Trinidad Chambers.
Well, a lot of them guys were saying Ty Simpson then Aguilar. What's your favorite running back room and defense? All right, my favorite defense is Auburn's defense because I'm an Auburn fan. I think they're phenomenal. My favorite running back room is probably going to be are we talking SEC or are we talking country? That matters.
SEC.
In the SEC, I'll probably tip my hat to State on that one. Well, with Fluff being hurt now, kind of
changes my perspective on it. These injuries, man, they kill you.
All right, he says FBS. So if we're talking all the college football, I'm going Notre Dame. I think they've got the best running back room in the country. They are some absolute units. They're units.
What's the guy's name? Jeremiah Love?
Yeah, Jeremiah Love. Hey, I like LSU's running back room too, man. Durham is good, and that other guy, his name just went blank to me.
Mon Hardy is the best
I'll-
running back right now, no doubt.
I'll say this: Alabama's running back room really ain't that bad.
Well, they just got Jan Miller back, and I
Yeah,
think he's
but
going to be good. But
They
he had
had that Bailey guy. What's his name?
yeah.
I'm trying to pull it up. My computer's not loading. right now.
Without Fluff being hurt, though, right now, I think in the SEC, if Fluff was healthy, State has the best running back room. He said room. You got Devon Booth, you got Fluff, them dudes right there, beast.
Yeah,
Best
Kevin
defense?
Riley. Kevin
Yeah,
Riley's
yeah,
that
Riley.
running back for Bama. He's pretty good. I mean, dude, I like Auburn's running back room. I think Jeremiah Cobb and Damari Alston's good. I think Le'Veon Moss is good for Texas A&M. I think Balt's good for Florida. That's tough. That's a tough question right there, dude.
Best
Georgia's
defense,
running back good. Georgia's running back room's really good too. Now, I mean, Nate Frazier, Cash Jones. I mean, they've got some studs over there too.
I don't know. Best
But
defense would be a
I think
toss-up
after
for me.
country, who's your best defense, Cameron?
It'd be a toss-up. It'd be between Georgia and Oklahoma right now. I mean, I don't know. I would have to go Oklahoma right now.
Georgia's front seven's not what it typically is, and that's not a shot at them. I just don't think
Dude.
that you can classify them as the best in the conference right now.
I don't like them that much, but I think A&M's defense is the real deal. I think they're the truth.
I got a stat for you. I did pull this up. And this kind of changed from the A&M.
Hey, the
thing.
Weeks
So,
brothers. I do like the Weeks brothers at LSU now. I like them. I like Whit Weeks.
Let's see. Hayden West says Oklahoma or Auburn's defense is the best. So we'll take that. Georgia's defense on rushing allows 88 yards a game. Auburn's allows 82 yards. So 6 yards difference between the two. What a matchup. That's going to be really good. It's going to be a good matchup Saturday. Preston says that Georgia has the worst secondary in the SEC. I don't know about that, man, but they're pretty bad. So does that mean Cam Coleman's going to have a $150 on Georgia Saturday?
Not if he can't get the ball out.
Yeah, they will if they put Deuce Knight in there and let him chuck that tater up. Hey, question for you and question for everybody here and you, Cameron. If Jackson Arnold comes out and gets sacked 5 times in the first quarter and throws an interception and no scores, are they pulling him and putting Deuce in?
I would have done put Deuce in, at least tried him out 2 games ago.
I think if you don't do it, Brian Cohen will be waiting on Hugh Freeze in that locker room after the game and says, don't even talk to the team. Go ahead and get your stuff and get out of here.
I'm the same way with Levy. I'm the exact same way with Levy. You got Croman Hawk and Mario Taylor that can at least make a play.
Auburn's defense is not getting enough credit. That's coming from a lot from this guy. He's a major Alabama fan. But I agree. I agree. They've kept us in every game, right? Every game that we've played so far, it has been.
Yeah, it just looks a lot worse.
Cameron, am I crazy for saying this? If offense could have put just half of what they did on the field better, we'd be 5-0 right now. Is that a crazy take?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I think if you just try a different quarterback, I think you'd have a better shot.
Could possibly be 5-0. I mean, it was 22-17, and the last play of the game, they got 24-17 on the safety. That's Oklahoma, right? A lot of bad calls that game, but it's time to move on from that. And then you play Texas A&M 16-10. I mean, a decent quarterback coming in would have won that game 17-16. So,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think
Hayden West says, no, they're not throwing Deuce out there to get hurt. Hayden West, Deuce is a 5-star quarterback. He's got to get out there and learn how to do it just like any other 5-star quarterback has in this country. If he's not going to be able to do it against Georgia, I don't want to hear that he can do it against Missouri or Bama or anybody else. If they got to play him, they got to play him, and I think he's ready to do it if he has to be.
So here's a take on that. Is Deuce not redshirted?
I mean, he's not right now. I guess he could be if he said.
I thought last week was like the shutoff for the season.
He's only played 1 game. You got to play a minimum of 4 games.
4 games, that's right.
You got to appear in 4 games. That's why Debo Atkins transferred from LSU. He played 4 games, and then they put him in for 1 play in his 5th game, and he lost his eligibility, and they told him he wasn't going to start there with the Week brothers, which is understandably. So,
Well,
but
see, Camario lost his redshirt opportunity last week because he come in on 3 or 4 games and run the ball a couple times. So he lost his eligibility. So that tells me, though, if you're going to take that away from him, do you have some kind of foresight that you would utilize him? What I'm getting at is, you think Hugh ever gives Deuce that shot to say, hey, go see if you can make a play?
Hugh Freeze will play Deuce Knight if he knows that saves his job, right? All right, so Hugh Freeze can save his job at Auburn by going 7-5 if he brings Deuce Knight in, and there's a future in Deuce Knight. If they can say, yeah, we see the picture. We see what you're putting down. You fluked on Peyton Thorne. You fluked on Jackson Arnold, but you nailed it with Deuce Knight. And he come in and we finished above 500. Yeah, Hugh, we'll give you one more year. But the caveat to that is, if he finishes 7-5 with Jackson Arnold, he won't make it past the Missouri game. That's just bottom line to it. And I've heard that from a lot of people. So I think that the plan is, if Auburn loses to Georgia in a bad way, like a 31-3 game or a 31-7, something pretty drastic, that from what I'm hearing, Hugh Freeze is gone, DJ Durkin's going to be interim, and Deuce Knight will get the nod at starter for the rest of the year. Now, right, wrong, or indifferent, I can't answer that. That's above my head. I'm just relaying what I've heard.
All right, let's get off of Auburn. We've talked about Auburn this whole show.
Yeah. All right, I'm sick of talking about it. You give me a topic to talk about.
Man, who do you think is going to be in Atlanta?
Alabama.
And?
Oklahoma.
Okay, same ones I got to. I think that'll be.
I think Oklahoma beats them.
How many teams in the top 12?
For SEC?
No, in the college football playoff. How many SEC teams are in the top 12?
Five.
Who?
Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss.
You say Tennessee?
I didn't say Tennessee. I swapped them with LSU. That would be my caveat right there between LSU and Tennessee. One of them two. One of them two is going to make it.
You didn't say A&M?
No, I didn't say A&M because A&M is the best 8-4 franchise ever in
They
college
are,
football.
but it's different this year. I'm telling you, boys, is playing. And they're like,
Hayden West says 4 SEC teams. Southern Blood says 4 SEC teams. I think 5. I don't even think that a 10-2 ACC team gets in over a 10-2 SEC team this year. It's just it's kind of tarnished. The ACC's tarnished this year.
I'm gonna say Oklahoma gets in, Bama, Ole Miss. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say A&M with 4.
Nah, I think A&M will blow it like they do every year. A&M will lose to somebody they're not supposed to lose to.
I think if there's a 5th team, probably I don't know. There's like a 3-way battle there, I think. Georgia, Tennessee.
I think Southern Miss is making the playoffs this year. How about that?
Come on, Hayden. Let's hear you.
Yeah, come on, Hayden West. Where you at?
Well. I'm out.
Vandy is going to they'll probably finish their season around 7-5. So.
I see at least 8-4 with them.
No, we're not leaving your dogs out. We said Georgia's making the playoffs.
I said my 5th team would probably be Georgia.
I got them. That Georgia's making the playoffs, dog. They're making the playoffs.
I just want to see
a weird world
offensive
to see.
scoring.
It would be a weird world to see Georgia not make the 12-team playoff.
It would be. They're 10th right now, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's all I got, guys. I mean, I appreciate y'all coming on. This was a blast.
Yeah, let us know how you like the live. I like chatting it up with everybody listening.
Look, I tell y'all what y'all. Let's do a poll. let's get on here right now and tell us if y'all would rather us swap into one long live show a week or continue with our 3 shows we do a week. Y'all let us know how y'all like it. Let us know.
When we do this live show, we could do a mailbag or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Send in some questions during the week.
Make sure if you're on X to go follow the Common Fan page. Make sure y'all following us on Facebook. Follow Cameron and me on X. And, stay that way. And subscribe, guys. Subscribe to our channel. That's the way that y'all get notified when we go live. We might do some emergency live streams and stuff like that. That would be great to do. Branson said, I like the live. Hayden West says, I think Thursday live show preview instead of Monday recap. Okay. Well, we're getting it. We're getting some little feedback here.
We could do a video like we do regular on like a Monday recap.
Colton said, I like the live.
Yeah, I like the live too.
I'm good with it. Hey, I enjoyed it. It was fun. So I know a lot of people like listening to it on the way to work, and I like doing it on the way to work. Let's see. Weston said, like Hayden said, do 2 shows, Monday recap and a Thursday preview. Go live on Thursdays, I'm assuming.
I can get down with that.
I'm going to do a live when I'm taking Bryce to the hospital Saturday night when he's having a panic attack. Yeah, haha.
There you go. Hey, if Georgia wins this week, get Branson on the show next week.
I like both. Spotify at work, live show for the Smack Talk. So we might do that then. We might do a Monday recap that would be pre-recorded, and we'll drop that on Monday mornings. And we might just start going live on Thursdays. That sounds pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah, I get down with that.
Kind of help everybody else out in life too with their busy schedules. I know a little three shows a week are a little tough to swing sometimes, but
Kyle's out there winding his internet up, trying to get it crunked back up.
Kyle's out there holding the kite, trying to get lightning to strike it right now or something.
Get some power back.
All right, this was fun, Cameron. So if any of your buddies missed it, or if you want to go to work tomorrow and say, hey, we had a good show last night. A lot of good football was talk, a lot of smack talk. Check it out. It'll be on YouTube, and it'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So this has been an episode of The Common Fan. We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in.
You've been listening to The Common Fan. See y'all next time. Same tailgate.